Imagine two giant kids in a sandbox throwing sand at each other because one took the other's toy. Now replace the kids with countries, the sand with tariffs, and the toy with trade deals. Welcome to the trade war of 2025. But this isn't just about America and China. It's a global showdown with ripple effects everywhere, especially in countries like India. Stick around, because today we're breaking down what's happening, why it matters, and how it could affect you. Let's dive in. Trade wars are like family feuds. Messy, complicated, and everyone gets dragged into it eventually. In 2025, the US is doubling down on tariffs, China's firing back, and the rest of the world is caught in the crossfire. But what does this mean for global economies, and why should you care? Whether you're an economics nerd or just someone who likes cheap gadgets, this video is for you. And yes, there's humor, because trade wars are too serious to take seriously.
Dosa, idli, sambar, chutney, dosa.
Let's start with the US. In 2025, America's playing hardball with tariffs, basically taxes on imports, to protect its industries and jobs. Think of it like a bouncer at a club, only letting in the right kind of products. But here's the catch. When you tax imports, other countries tax your exports in return. It's like a game of economic ping pong, except everyone loses points. So what happens when countries start taxing each other's goods? Prices go up. That $500 smartphone? Now it's $600. That cheap t-shirt? Not so cheap anymore. It's like going to a restaurant and realizing the menu prices went up because the chefs are fighting. And when prices rise, people buy less, businesses struggle, and economic growth slows down. It's a lose-lose situation, but with more spreadsheets. Now let's talk about the global impact. Countries that rely heavily on exports like Germany and South Korea are feeling the heat. But one country that's both sweating and strategizing is India. Why? Because India's economy is like a tightrope walker, balancing between being a global trade partner and protecting its own industries. On one hand, India can benefit by filling the gaps left by US-China tensions. On the other hand, higher tariffs and disrupted supply chains can hurt its growth. It's like being the middle kid in a family fight, trying to stay out of it but still getting yelled at. Here's where it gets interesting for India. With the US and China at odds, India has a chance to step up as a manufacturing and trade hub. Think of it like being the substitute player who gets to shine when the star players are benched. But it's not all smooth sailing. India has to navigate tricky trade deals, build infrastructure, and compete with other countries like Vietnam and Mexico. It's like trying to win a race while building the track at the same time. Now I know what you're thinking, but what does this mean for me? Well, if you're a fan of affordable gadgets, clothes, and cars, you might feel the pinch. It's like going to your favorite store and realizing everything's on sale. Except the sale prices are higher than before. But don't worry, there's a silver lining. Trade wars also create opportunities for local industries to grow. So that Made in India label might become more common. Who knows? Your next phone might come with a side of samosas. Trade wars aren't just about economics. They're about power, politics, and the future of global relationships. They shape how countries interact, who they ally with, and how they grow. And while the US and China are the main players, countries like India are key to how this story unfolds. It's like a global chess game, except the pawns are also trying to become queens. So the next time you hear about tariffs or trade deals, remember, it's not just about politics, it's about people. It's about jobs, prices, and the future of economies. And if you're curious to learn more about how the world works, hit that like button, subscribe, and let me know in the comments what you think about the 2025 trade war. Thanks for watching, you're awesome. Now go impress your friends with your newfound trade war knowledge. Remember, the world is connected in ways we don't always see. Stay curious, stay informed, and stay awesome. See you in the next one.